everybody. This is Informed and Confused. I'm Alan.
And I'm Bobby.
And we're back with more RWBY. Today we've got Volume 1, Chapters 13 and 14, Forever Fall. Last time we left off, Jean's dealing with some shit after revealing some shit.
Man, if cheaters never win, they just never win.
If only that were actually true. Of course, if that were actually true, I probably never would have graduated high school. But moving on, let's watch RWBY.
RWBY.
John gets home so late?
He's become rather scarce ever since he's been fraternizing with Card.
That's weird. Doesn't he know we have a field trip tomorrow? We need our rest!
I'm sure our leader knows exactly what he's doing.
I guess so. Hey, John! Long time no see. Did you lock yourself out again?
Oh, nope. Got it.
So, where have you been lately?
I messed up. I did something I shouldn't have, and now Cardin's got me on a leash, and Hero won't even talk to me. I'm starting to think coming to this school is a bad idea. I'm a failure.
Duh.
Nope.
Nope?
Nope. You're a leader now, John. You're not allowed to be a failure.
But what if I'm a failure at being a leader?
Nope.
You know, you're not the easiest person to talk to about this kind of stuff.
Nope. John, maybe you were a failure when you were a kid. And you might
Is
have
her
even
hair
been
a
a failure
grim?
the first day we met. But you can't be
She's
one
wearing
now.
that mask, remember?
You know why?
Because...
Is RWBY a Grim?
It's not just about you anymore. You've got a team now,
Was her
John.
dad a Grim?
We both do. And if we fail, then we'll just be
Yes.
bringing them down with
You
us.
revealed the entire
We
secret
have
of the
to put
show.
our teammates first.
She's just been killing her siblings
And
who have been
ourselves
trying to bring her
second.
home.
Your team deserves a great leader, John. And I think that can be you. Have a good night, John.
Hey, it's your buddy Cardin. I know you're probably busy with that dust project I gave you, but I'm gonna need you to go out and get me a bag of rapier wasps. And make sure they've got some really big stingers. It's important, so don't screw this up.
Does he not realize that he is unintentionally being trained?
Oh, he knows exactly what's
Yes,
going on
students,
with him.
the
He's
forest
just
of Forever
stuck.
Fall
He feels,
is indeed
that's what he's
beautiful.
complaining about with
But
RWBY.
we are not
He knows
here
he's
to
fucked up and
sightsee.
he's...
Professor Peach has asked all of you to collect samples from the trees deep inside this forest, and I'm here to make sure that none of you die while doing so. Each of you is to gather 1 jar's worth of red sap. However, this forest is full of the creatures of Grimm, so be sure to stay by your teammates. We will rendezvous back here at 4 o'clock. Have fun!
Come on, buddy. Let's go. Hey, great work, Johnny boy. Now that wasn't too hard, was it?
I think I'm allergic to this stuff.
Great. So, John, I bet you're asking yourself, why did my buddy Cardin ask me to collect 6 jars of tree sap when there's only 5 of us?
That is one of the many questions I have asked myself today, yes?
Well, come with me and you'll find out.
Oh. Cardin, what's going on?
Payback.
Pyrrha? What are you...
That's the girl. Red-haired, know-it-all, thinks she's so smart. All right, boys. Last night, old John here managed to round up an entire box full of rapier wasps. And now, we're gonna put him to work. Now, according to one of the essays you wrote for me last week, these nasty things love sweets. I'm thinking it's time we teach her a thing or two. And you're gonna do it.
Do what?
Hit her with the sap. Either that, or I'll have a chat with Goodwitch, and you'll be on the first airship out of Beacon.
No.
What did you say?
I said no!
Oh, you've done it now.
What's the name of their team?
Cardinal.
Cardinal.
Yeah. Yeah, Cardin Winchester, Russell Thrush, Skylark, and Dove Bronzeman. They're all bird puns. Yeah, they're all bird.
I also think
bird-based.
it's interesting that they're all bird puns, but the term is cardinal. You know, like
Cardin's the leader.
Yeah.
it's Cardinal's the
Cardin,
redhead.
who is based on a character who is
It's
a
a cardinal.
actual cardinal,
Right.
and Cardinal the bird.
Right.
So
right.
yeah, multi-layered. So some of these illusions and all that will get kind of multi-layered.
They're like onions. Although I also thought it was interesting that he threw the jar, but the only area to get dirty were the wings of the bird. Hmm. I don't know if that's relevant or not. Heard. Got you.
What?
Not going to give me anything on that one. Check.
No. Well, I can't give you everything. If I gave you everything, what would be the point?
Love and affection.
I mean, I'm not Nick. I'm not going to sit here and dictate the entire thing to you in one conversation.
Well, that's fair.
So,
Bernie Burns. Look at that. Yes, he does. Now, is the statue relevant? There's only one statue. It's got two children on the back of something, and there's.
that's it. That's just part of the school background. Yeah.
No, that wasn't very smart, Johnny boy.
Where did the
I'm
box
gonna
go?
make sure they send you back to mommy in teeny tiny pieces.
I don't care what you do to me, but you are not messing with my team.
What? You think talk like that makes you tough? You think you're a big, strong man now?
Ah, there's that glowing light. God came through. Oh, you have aura. It recharged.
Let's see how much of a man you really are.
Is that one of the really big Ursas?
That is an L for Ursa. Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell because for whatever reason, there's just more horns.
Yeah. All the spikes in it's about twice as big, I think.
I like your syrup boobs.
big Ursa!
Figure it. You smell like pee. I'm not interested in you. I'm gonna eat you like a sandwich.
Did you guys hear that?
Ursa!
What? Where?
Back there! It's got Carden!
Of course, you know, Goldilocks is like, there's a bear.
Yang, you and Blake,
I
go
have to
get
punch
Professor
it
Goodwitch.
to death
You two, go with them.
for their
There could be
porridge.
more.
Yeah, so you kind of just like suck.
Oh no.
Yeah, she's over here swoon. Did he just block that attack with his shield? Swoosh.
Wait.
Are they playing the intro but in trumpets?
That is the intro.
Die, 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 die. He misses and gets whacked.
Did you catch it?
What?
How did you...
Well, Ruby has her speed. You have your glyphs. My semblance is polarity.
You can control poles. No, you dunce. It means she has control over magnetism. Magnets are cool too. Wait, where are you going?
Yeah, we gotta tell them what happened.
We could. Or perhaps we could just keep it our little secret.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to make him think that he's good at what he didn't actually do.
Well, he did 90% of it.
Holy crap. John?
Don't ever mess with my team, my friends, ever again.
Or I'll cut your head off like that damn bear.
Got it?
By the way, I'm going to take it home, make it my woman now. Assert dominance. Can you, like, do the Grimm disappear when they die? Or like,
Yeah,
can,
they evaporate.
You mean I killed an alpha Ursa? Prove it.
No Carden tonight? I thought you two were best buds.
Pyrrha, I'm sorry. I was a jerk. You were only trying to be nice, and I had all this stupid macho stuff in my head.
John, it's okay.
You only made me pout for a week.
Your team really misses their leader, you know. You should come down. Ren made pancakes. No syrup, though. You can thank Nora for that.
Wait! I know I don't deserve it after all that happened, but still be willing to help me? To help me become a better fighter. Hey!
Your stance is all wrong. You need to be wider and lower to the ground.
Damn. She is assertive.
Let's try that again.
We saw that look on her face when she turned around. That look
Yeah.
of, this is exactly what I want.
She was not talking about fighting practice. Let's get something clear. Man, this show is like full of innuendos.
Yeah, this show is more, there are hints to it early on. This show is more adult than it comes off initially. We never actually talked about it in the other episode, and I think we were talking over it when it happened. When they first went up on the roof, when he tells her what's going on.
Yeah.
Did you catch that the little joke they made?
I don't know that it was a joke. He thought that she was just going to push him off the top, didn't he?
Well,
I'm
she
not
said
gonna-
she had an idea, and she took him over the edge, and he made a line about, I'm not that depressed. I can always be a farmer or something. She thought she was just wanted him to commit suicide.
That's funny.
So
I mean, suicide's not funny.
Yeah,
The circumstance in his misreading of that situation is the humor.
yeah, but
Call your hotlines. It's
Yeah.
important.
but yeah, just the idea, most of the show is so lighthearted, and then all of a sudden they throw in a suicide joke, and it's, or like I said, some of the innuendo. There are darker hints of stuff in here. you're paying attention.
there are some things that I have noticed that I have not personally felt comfortable addressing because of Ruby's age. But every time she is in those particular pajama pants, her ass changes size by like a substantial amount. Like she is a, what's the proper polite way? She is a very petite individual. She is not a very voluptuous character, unlike her sister.
Yeah.
But there are scenes where it's like that's suddenly like not the case. And
I imagine it's either a case of number one, there's just a little bit of inconsistency when they create the new.
You're breaking up again.
We good? There we go. Yeah, no, there's just a little bit of inconsistency in when they transfer over from one, the new character model.
Right.
That and just clothes that fit differently. But
I guess
that is not the. I'm not going to go into it either because we're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
Right.
But there are other examples of it. There is one example much later on I will mention simply because it's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, no, that's I chalked that up.
I want to say fan service, but I don't think it's a fan
not really.
service.
The show. The creators made it very clear when they started this. This is not that kind of show.
Okay.
You will never see an upskirt on this show. You will never see.
You'll just see a lot of
anything
side
like that.
boob and top boob, and I'm watching him fight. But I'm watching him fight. Don't mind my armor.
Some of them are wearing outfits that accent their features, yeah, but it's not going to be gratuitous. It will never be like something in Fairy Tale or
okay, fair enough.
Or some of the other shows. They just don't go that route with it. That's not what they're there for. That's not the point of the show. But yeah.
Just a thought. And if you guys agree, like, comment, all that. Reactions to Goblin Slayer.
We've all seen Goblin Slayer, though, I think. I haven't. Oh, Bill hasn't seen Goblin Slayer? No.
Oh,
are you aware of Goblin Slayer?
Kind of vaguely.
That means no. That's so you aren't even close. The fact that you're smiling when you say, "Yeah, Goblin Slayer."
Okay.
I've heard the name. I've never got.
That might be a thing we need to do at some point.
At some point we're gonna have to.
that.
Guys, we're gonna need so many X amount of likes, X amount of subscriptions, whatever.
To do Goblin Slayer,
and we will terrify.
I don't think our channel is
okay.
developed enough to start making requests that.
We will make sure to black out 90% of Goblin Slayer, minus the audio, and you can just watch Bill's whole.
Just
to do that for that show.
No, not necessarily. Depends on what. I think we've already established we're not aiming for a child audience here. This is an adult program for adults.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, but though I will admit we could at least for certain parts of it we could just have Bill's face on screen and it would probably be entertaining enough even without the episode, given the nature of Goblin Slayer. But
it's nothing like RWBY. RWBY is wholesome in comparison, minus the fact that the one of the girls is underage, another one is dad's a drug lord, one of them likes the underage girl. It's not weird. It's just weird.
Okay.
It's okay. Let's calm down. It's not hard.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go. We're not gonna dig that hole. Let's talk about the episode, shall we? That is what we're here for.
Yeah, I'm all game.
So the first part we had Ruby and John had that little talk.
Yep.
Ruby laying down some wisdom,
which is weird.
She just learned a life lesson herself, and now she's laying it down.
She's like, I've walked the world a while. I just got yelled at, and
I had one 2-minute conversation with Osbin. I now know everything.
What's in his coffee cup, man?
I know what's in the coffee cup. Do you want me to tell you what's in the coffee cup? You'll be disappointed.
I don't want to know. It's.
Already talked about what's in that coffee cup.
I'm pretty sure we have mentioned it before because it's not something you'll ever learn in the show. It's an out of universe thing.
Hit me.
Hot chocolate.
Huh.
Osbin just drinks hot chocolate. Now, if you want to know what's in Oobleck's cup, that's a different story. We'll get to that later.
That's an Irish car bomb right there.
That we'll get to later, but yeah. So I mean, in the first part, we basically had that, and we basically had the setup of they're going out there to collect the sap for Professor Peach, who was mentioned here. You will never hear or see of her again. She's mentioned once and then just never appears again.
At least not yet.
At least not yet. I have hopes. I have hopes that we will actually see Professor Peach at some point, and that she's not going to just be this anonymous thing that's there, but we never see her.
Do you know why the one time she's mentioned in this one and then she's not there anymore?
Bowser stole her.
Oh my God! I was just about to say that she's in
What?
another castle.
Oh, God.
You see her once,
Yeah.
and never again.
I believe that is technically her character illusion. She's a name. She never hasn't appeared on screen yet, but I believe
Keep hitting that.
she is technically supposed to be based on Princess Peach. I think. I at least that's what I've seen the fandom say. But
Where's Mario?
yeah, we have the setup with John and Cardin. Cardin wants her to throw him to do his dirty work and throw the sap at Pyrrha for being,
I do like the fact. I mean, everybody has gotten beaten up really, really hard. Yeah. John included. But the fact that now he's got a bruise is kind of. It's a nice touch.
I believe if you look at it, if you go back and watch, he gets the bruise. Then after the thing where it lights up and he actually manages to project a defensive aura, which is why Cardin's hand gets hurt.
Yeah.
After that, I believe the bruise goes away because his aura heals him.
I don't think so.
No, because the bruise was there
The
before he
bruise
walked
was
away.
there when
Don't
he-
ever
when,
attack my team, my friends, again. And he still had the
It was
purple on his
there
face.
through the whole.
I have to double check that because I think part of it might be he gets hurt again because of the fight with the Grim. But I have to double check that. But if not, that's a continuity error because when his aura went up, that bruise should have gone away. But
This is what happens when you draw a fight sequence out of order.
yeah, so, I mean that was basically the first episode. It was basically just the setup for the fight and stuff in the second one. He makes the smart decision and he decides not to throw a jar of sap at somebody,
Yeah.
But and then obviously Cardin proceeds to get ready to beat the crap out of him.
I also thought that single.
Chugging it while
Oh yeah, Nora. There's actually a deleted scene that you get if you watch the if you get by the Blu-rays where it combines all the episodes into like a movie. So it's one narrative thing, so you don't have to keep watching the intro outros. They insert a deleted scene.
outros were still part of it.
Not when you're watching the movie version.
On
You
mine, they are.
you have both though. You told me this. You have both, but
Later.
yeah. But there's, it's basically just Pyrrha is just kind of standing there contemplating the universe or whatever for a minute, and then Nora like sneaks up and takes her sap, and Pyrrha starts yelling at her, Nora, and then it leads into the thing with John and Cardin and them on the hill, but yeah. For the second part, again we had obviously. Cardin starts to try to beat up John. He eventually manages to activate his defensive aura for the first time.
Yeah, that's
Right.
he performs well under pressure. Apparently,
Yeah. So he
I did
managed-
think him slicing off the Alpha Ursa's head real quick seemed
uncharacteristically good. Or
when he first makes the cut. When he first makes the cut, it looks like it's gonna be the thing's paw, and then his head is just gone.
oh, you mean just the angle? of,
It was
okay.
that whole. I mean, I really do like the fight sequences. Most of them are amazing. Ruby's gun parkour is just
Yeah.
tops. That one kind of.
The animation just kind of looked a little weird
Yep.
with the
So
angle.
far, I think that's the only sour note I've seen in any of the fight sequences, including when John's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah. No, it's
By Cardinal.
Early on, the show has a problem with clipping, where things go through things that they shouldn't.
Yeah, I
Because-
mean, we had to get all the way to episode 15, and there's a 2-second clip that so far is just the sour note to everything. So all things considered,
Yeah. I mean, it's actually amazing they do as well as they do because the poser engine isn't even designed to act as a regular animation engine. It's a modeling or posing software, hence the name. It's not even meant to do what they're doing with it. So the fact that they get what they get out of it, and you'll see next season, there'll be a jump in the quality, and then again in season 3, there'll be another jump in the quality in the animation. And it will actually be pretty striking.
I came back from summer vacation, and it's a new me.
Yeah. The amazing things you can do with time, resources, and money, you know?
Yeah, right.
But we mentioned the shield thing. Pyrrha used her. I've said the name before, out of context. Semblance, which is what they call their abilities.
Yeah, they're like special quark.
The special abilities. Hers is polarity. Magnetism. She's Magneto, basically. She moved his shield up.
Yep.
Just so he would be able
Just
to block and hit the strike. And we get confirmation RWBY's is speed.
Yeah, I kind of
She is
noticed
actually
that.
fast. When Oobleck runs fast, or there's been other things like in the trailers where other characters have run fast, it's kind of confusing because when that happens, it's just kind of an animation thing.
Yeah.
Just they're moving fast. When RWBY does it, that is her semblance. She is literally moving faster than human capable speeds.
Well, I thought Ooblex was part of this semblance too. I thought he had supernatural.
We don't know what Oobleck's semblance is.
I would assume that has something to do with being non-Newtonian. He has the ability to affect his...
Yeah. No, unless they've released that information outside the show somewhere that I'm unaware of, we do not know what his semblance is yet.
I just assumed because of the way he moves super fast, I just assumed he
Yeah.
was a speed type.
Well, like I said, it's tricky. The only ones that are speed types are RWBY and Harriet.
Okay.
Tubman?
Character you don't know yet. You'll meet much
Far
later
off
on.
in the future.
Yeah. You'll forget her name well before you ever see her. But
Probably not. No, I got Harriet Tubman as a huntress in my head.
she is not Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
God, no. One little thing I can now bring up when we're talking about semblances, especially Pyrrha's. You remember the scene way back when, I think it was in episode 4, when they're in the locker room and John gets in between Weiss and Pyrrha and starts getting Weiss's face, and Pyrrha throws her spear at him and like pins him to the wall.
Yeah.
When she goes over and pulls the thing out of the wall, if you watch it carefully, there's a noise that's made, and she never actually puts her hand on the spear because she's using her semblance.
So she makes it look like she's
Yeah,
effortlessly pulling it.
it's quick enough that it
So
looks.
she's a big faker.
Or
But-
she just hides her semblance.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
she's subtle about it, and it's a matter of the show is being subtle about it. You saw her use her semblance, and you didn't even realize it because of the action. It's so quick, unless you actually went back and look at the motion of her hand.
It's that poser engine.
Yeah, I believe there is a slight subtle kind of sound, and there's a little bit of a when she uses her semblance. There's kind of that gray outline that appears on when she's moving.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It's in there. It's all the way back in episode 4. It's there. Like I said, there's been other things like that where other characters have used their semblance. You just don't know it yet because it's subtle. And that's one of the great things about the show and its rewatchability is when you go back and watch it now, you'll be able to see, oh yeah, she's clearly she's drawing it out magnetically. She's not actually physically pulling on it.
Ooh, does that mean that she could shoot and curve the bullet?
Yeah, I mean, she could, assuming she can, her reaction speed was fast enough. She can, when she throws the spear to pin John against the tree, part of the reason she can be that accurate from that far away is
She can adjust it.
she can adjust the spear in mid-flight with her semblance.
Nice.
Yeah. It's also, if you notice, she doesn't really actually have like a like a lot of times when she puts her shield on her back, it'll just
It just clink.
like it's magnetic because it'll just stick to her back. Because she uses her abilities.
Captain America.
Yeah, so obviously John kind of gets this little, I won't call it redemption arc, but a redemption moment. He manages to tell Carden off enough. it seems that Carden's just going to kind of like, all right, well, I'm not going to bother you again. Just for the moment. And then we get the little scene with him and Pyrrha where he kind of admits to being a douche. And, you know.
Yeah, I felt that was it's kind of too quick of an apology.
Yeah.
Quite literally a douche and then just ran away. I understand the circumstances why, but it's like, that's your team, man.
Yeah, although admittedly, you got to remember, I think in between when you actually see Carden and him on the roof and when we get the events of this episode, I think chronologically, like at least a week has gone by.
Yeah, I assumed
Or
about
so.
as much.
So it's been a little while, and he's been stewing with this for a while. So
Right.
it's kind of like, you know, and that is with the thing with Ruby and Weiss and Jean's arc here is a little, you know, quick. And again, that's just a matter of short run time,
Right.
cramming an arc, and again, we'll get better. You'll be amazed how much more stuff they can put into a season later on and how developed it'll feel compared to what you've got here. This really is this kind of the intro, almost prototype of the show before we actually get into the later stuff.
All right.
But
I'm down for that.
Yeah, and the only other thing I'll say is just Pyrrha makes that comment about Ren making pancakes.
Yeah.
That is now just a thing in the fandom. Ren is just really, really great at making pancakes. That has become a... And Nora eats them all. That's become a meme. When we eventually watch RWBY TV, I will get you to watch RWBY TV. That's a reoccurring gag in there.
Oh boy.
There are so many things in like RWBY TV or in the fandom that are based off one little line or one little thing, and that never comes. Yeah, that never comes back in the main show, but it just blows up into this thing, into a thing. Which is one of the reasons I love this fandom. It just, yeah.
Oh no, I yawned.
Oh, sorry. All right.
It's been a long day. I work nights.
Yeah. I think that's it for me.
Yeah.
Anything
No,
else?
I'm good.
You're good. All right. And yeah, I promise. Next episode we will start to get into some more. I think you'll start to have a little more to say in the next couple episodes.
Acceleration
for the
of
finale.
storyline. I'm ready.
So we'll get into a little more of that. So yeah, that'll be it for today. If you like what we're doing, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe.
Every
Find
time.
us on Twitter at InfoConfused, and our podcast stuff is on SoundCloud, Stitcher, and Spotify. We are Informed and Confused. I'm Alan.
And I'm Bobby.
See you later.